The nearby village of Essoyeuse has a famous son too, one of the great French painters, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, whose depiction of the main street is still lifelike today. He's buried in the local graveyard alongside family. But in town you can still see his house, occupied by Mr. and Mrs. Renoir, his descendants. Along with a number of other rivers, the Seine rumbles past here en route to Paris and the sea. To control the level of such a mighty river, 3 gigantic lakes were constructed to hold water levels constant and produce a modern byproduct, water sports. 2 of them are for yachts and dinghies, but the 3rd is reserved for something less sedate, speed. You can rent boats and jet skis here by the hour or day. Costs start at around 250 francs for an hour. That's around $35 US. Back on dry land, and there's a quiet magic about some of the more remote villages.
Sometimes travelling around here is just like stepping back in time. Just come and have a look at this.
This is Saint-Jacques et Saint-Philippe, a 16th century wooden church that has somehow survived the ravages of time and wars, a centrepiece to the tiny village of Lantiel. It's one of about 15 fragile little churches in the area, all clearly signposted for the intrepid explorer. The small local congregations who are drawn to prayer here each week don't need signposting. The buildings have been here for a lot longer than them, and despite their frailty, will certainly outlive them too. Getting to Champagne will generally involve travel to Paris for the outsider. The newly deregulated skies in Europe means that airlines like Buzz, who fly in from London Stansted, charge much lower fares than scheduled airlines. They can do as low as $113 US from London. Others such as Ryanair compare well also, with fares as low as $115 US from Dublin. British Airways can start as low as $114 US, but tickets generally are non-refundable and non-transferable, so beware. Onward travel to Troyes from Paris is a 2-hour journey by train, but if you want to explore the area as I did, a hire car is a much better option.
Well, that's it from Champagne in France. Hope that's lifted your spirits and maybe brought a little fizz your way. We'll see you again next week for another Hotspots. Bye-bye.